Hello, Christ the King. It's Wednesday, so it must be Spiritual Vitamin Day. As we have been in the past few weeks, we're going to take another one of the marks of discipleship, and we're going to take it for a spin so we can learn a little more about the ways that God is calling us to live in the world and to be His lights and His servants. Today, we're going to focus on the mark of discipleship that says, serve your church and community. Serve your church and community. And to do that, we're going to talk a little bit about St. Patrick. St. Patrick is the patron saint of Ireland. And we're going to start out with a quote from St. Patrick. May the strength of God pilot us. May the wisdom of God instruct us. May the hand of God protect us. And may the word of God direct us. But what does that have to do with serving the church and community? You see, Patrick was sent as a missionary to Ireland. He was sent there by the Roman Church, and when he was sent there, the Roman Church knew very little about life in Ireland, but Patrick did. He knew of their language, he knew their customs and culture, and he had a desire to bring the people hope and a future. It was a return trip for Patrick. When he was enslaved as a younger man by the Druids, and he served 6 years there enslaved. And what he learned over that time was he learned the culture and he learned the community, and he really learned to develop a sense of love for the people that he met in Ireland. So when he became a priest, he wanted to go back there. And they did. When the church agreed to send Patrick to Ireland, there was a few things that they wanted him definitely to do. The first thing was that he wanted them to Romanize the new converts, to teach them to read and to speak Latin, and to adapt customs and do church in the Roman way. When Patrick got to Ireland, he basically did the opposite. He did not go into the center of town and build a parish and ask the people to come to him. He went to them. He went to where they were. He would enter into an area. He would talk to the local chieftain. He would ask permission to camp nearby. And during the time he'd be camping there, he would meet with people. He would pray for the sick. He would counsel people who needed it. And it's even said he blessed a river so that the people could catch more fish. He helped people to see God in the smallest of things and gestures. He used stories and parables similar to the stories they would have known, to make a connection with them. When preaching about the triune God, he would pluck a shamrock, a 3-leaf clover, and he would use it to describe how God is one and three at the same time. He encouraged people to ask questions and express their hopes and fears. And after a community of faith would emerge, he would leave a priest behind and move on. And over time, over 700 churches and monastic communities were planted by Patrick in this unconventional way. What does this have to say about us today and how we serve the church and how we serve our community as a way to live out the life that God calls us to live? When serving the church and community, it's important to get to know the community in the same way that Patrick did, to know what their needs are, where the gaps are in need, and to address them, or to help address them. It's not to go in and to tell them what they need, but rather to ask them what would be most helpful and what would be the best way that the church could support the people and the community in which it resides. So today we're talking about serving the church and community, and the most important thing that I think God would want us to do when we are out in the community, when we're thinking about things and ways that we can serve in Lapeer, I think it starts with really getting to know the community, getting to know what is available to the community already that we could potentially partner with, but also what's missing in the community. What are things that are missing pieces that the church potentially could address? And that's the way I think God calls us to serve in the community, to go with the people, to listen to the people, and then to react to what they're saying, and to listen for those gaps, to listen for those things in which the church can make an impact. So it's Spiritual Vitamin Wednesday, and today it is Serve the Church and Community. May God bless you this day and always.